certainly not happy about that decision by the referee. Just had a verbal exchange with the referee. Physio Peter Kerwin and medical team Dr. Tom Higgins all there.
You know, it was just a clash, Marty. There's nothing, a ball like that, he couldn't give a free, or it'd be a penalty if it was a free. It wasn't a penalty, and all eyes were on the ball. You'll see there. But
it was a fair tussle,
fair tussle, absolutely.
Puck out by Dunlogue, aimed at Pat Cronin. Oh, well done, Jamie Nagle. Sending it down towards the half-forward line that is so dramatically changed. Maurice Shanahan, it's Donald Cusick that's there. Has the time to compose himself. Send it back down the middle towards Shane O'Sullivan. Ball over for centre half forward and captain to chase Stephen Malumphy. McCall Naughton is there. Michael Cusson. Noel Connors, outstanding all the way through at left corner back. Brian Murphy, Ronan Curran, switching play over to this side. Ron Murphy comes across, hits it with the left. Maurice Shanahan can't quite hold on to it. Easy ball for Tom Kenny. Paddy O'Sullivan. 4-2 in favour of Waterford in there. Now who has it? Jamie Nagle. Free to Waterford with less than 2 minutes on the clock. Goal between the teams. Are Cork heading for their 52nd Munster Championship title. Davy Fitz is urging his players to spread it out, open it up, as the free is taken by Jamie Nagle. Dan Shanahan hovering. This is Shanahan getting inside. The last touch is by the Waterford man. And the umpire has signalled for a 65. Umpires and referees very much in the headlines today.
I think they always are, Marty. They're never far from controversy. Interesting to see now. There's, I think, there's going to be 4 minutes injury time. Just heard there, and you know, so really he should probably put this over the bar. You know, if it was in the last minute, okay, lob it in, but I think he should stick this over.
Scored 7 times this afternoon. Owen Kelly. He's putting it over the bar. Now, how much injury time? 4 minutes has just come up on the clock in front of us here down the sideline. Fourth official has raised it to everybody. That's the cheer. 4 minutes to decide the Munster Championship senior title 2010. Cork 2 points to the good. Waterford with possession. Shane O'Sullivan has given it absolutely everything. John Gardner, Owen Kelly. Kelly chases after this, gathers. Half blocked and indeed gathered by Tom Kenny, who's fouled subsequently by Seamus Prendergast. And Cork will take their time. Michael Cusson seems to have picked up a arm injury or shoulder injury. Dr. Con Murphy gives him the tap on the back. There's a bit of time wasting by Cork, I feel. John Gardner drives it long, aiming again at Asaki and Paddy O'Sullivan. Good work by right corner back, Owen Murphy. Going back to gather is Ken McGrath. Sent down the wing. Cork defensively strong. Pat Cronin. Michael Cusson willing to take on Shane O'Sullivan. Referee blows the whistle. He's given a free to Cork, and it's a vital decision. It gives Cork the chance of increasing the lead, but it also wastes time.
Yeah, Michael Cusson there I think it's harsh enough. He might have just been clipped on the heel, but he's made a big contribution. Michael Brick Walsh has had a brilliant game, but what Cousin has done is any ball he's got, he's used it very, very well, and he's had a hand in 3 or 4 scores, and again won that free.
35,375 have really enjoyed the second half in particular of this Munster final. Ben O'Connor with the free and the point. Puck out is quickly taken. Out fires Jamie Nagan, breaks the hurl and trying to deliver it long. There's a chance here perhaps, coming across is Shane O'Neill. Very good defending by the right corner back. Anticipated what was happening and reacted quickly. But now he's given the ball away. And there's a chance here. Dan Shanahan trying to cut it across. Ray Ryan is there for Cork, so too Carl Naughton. He wants the hand pass. Delivers it out. Doesn't go too far. Ken McGrath floating one in. Waterford need to get a touch. The referee has blown his whistle, and it looks like he's giving a free to Waterford. They were protesting, particularly John Milan. Referee Johnny Ryan, immediately to his credit, blew the whistle. Chance for Waterford. Has to go for it here.
Yeah, silly free for Cork to give away. No danger of the ball going out wide. A bit of a chop down on top of John Milan.
Remember, 4 minutes of additional time was announced. We have now 3 minutes played of that additional time. Owen Kelly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Cork men. 1 Waterford man. Here's Kelly. Stopped. It's there again. And Waterford have it.
Tony Brown now to come up from wing back.
At 37 years of age. What a man. Watch this again as Waterford will not be beaten here in Semple Stadium. When you think after the 2-goal strike by Saki O'Halpine and Ben O'Connor, they responded with a cracking goal by Owen Kelly.
Will he blow it up now? There's 30 seconds to go.
30 seconds. Is there a match winner here? Drama in Croke Park for all sorts of wrong reasons. Here's Cousin. Is he the man? He drives it wide. The Munster hurling final is heading for a draw, surely. From the previous 57 times that they've met in the Munster Championship, there have only been 4 draws. The last time they met was in the league in Walsh Park and Waterford, when it ended in a draw. And the Munster hurling final of 2010 has also ended in a draw. Well, it was a pretty poor first half, but what about that, Michael?
What a second half. 7 points to 6 at half time, 2:15 apiece at the end. What a second half. Brilliant second half. Had everything, had great goals, some great performances throughout the field on both sides, and a fantastic second half. And I think maybe a draw maybe is fair, I think, to Waterford. They were dominant for long periods. Cork took over them for 10 or 15 minutes, and then Waterford showed great resolve to come back into the game again. And I think at the end of the day, both teams will be happy with the draw.
And the price on a draw, Michael, before the game was 10-1.
10-1, yeah. Which we keep saying it. There's always draws in the championship, but maybe we should invest in them. But I think we didn't see a replay, I think, of the last goal. But Owen Kelly's free was saved. There was 7 on the line, and next thing, this man flashed in out of nowhere and buried it. And I knew straight away it was Tony Brown.
Well, let's have a look at it here.
We're having a look, but if you watch
Owen Kelly.
Yeah. But I saw this man flying across here. There's Tony Brown, a rocket off the ground into the back of the net. And he showed all his experience following through, and a great strike, and fair play to him, a brilliant goal to draw it.
Hurler of the year, 1998, comes out to Tony Brown, whips it on the grass. Let's just watch it here again. Kelly was there as well, but it was Brown that got the touch. You're dead right, Michael Dignan, and we're going to have to go to a replay in this Munster hurling final.
You're talking about 1998. We won the All-Ireland that year. I was on an all-star trip with Tony. It's hard to believe it's so long ago that that's 12 years ago, and he was the top player in the country that time, and he's still one of the top players. And there's Brian signing a few autographs there, and they have a long way now to their semi-final. But this replay is going to be brilliant for both these teams. It's going to be another big championship game, particularly for whoever wins it. If you lose it, and you have to go and play a quarter-final then, but it'll be on next weekend now, I presume, and it'll be a great game for them in preparation for the All-Ireland semi-final for whoever wins it.
Jim Forbes is bringing the cup away. He's the PRO of the Munster Council. It's going to be put away for a little while because Cork and Waterford have to do it all again. In fact, when they last met in the 2007 Championship, that was of course the All-Ireland quarter-final, it was Cork 3-16, Waterford 3-16, and Waterford won the replay.
Yeah, well, look, I fancied Waterford. That they might just do it this evening. I gave them a right chance of doing it today. Cork looked like they had it won, so you don't know. A replay will take on a life of its own again, and who knows what will happen next weekend.
What about this for a second half? Sakio Halpine, 52 minutes, scored a wonderful goal. Ben O'Connor 2 minutes later on 54. Owen Kelly on 58 scored a wonderful goal. And at the very end, 73rd minute, hurler of the year, 1998, 37 years of age, Tony Brown scored the equaliser. Full time in Semple Stadium, Thurles, the home of hurling for everybody from Munster. Cork 2:15, Waterford 2:50.